We will start on December 8th, 1969 at the County Coliseum in El Paso, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Art Nelson. December 9th, 1969, Ector County Coliseum in Odessa, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Tex McKenzie. December 11th, 1969, Sports Arena, Amarillo, Texas. Dusty Rhodes and Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Ricky Romero and Tex McKenzie in 16 minutes and 4 seconds in a 2-out-of-3 fall match. December 12th, 1969, the Coliseum in Brownwood, Texas. Ricky Romero and Gorgeous George Jr. against Joe and Paul LeDuc. December 17th, 1969, Fair Park Coliseum in Lubbock, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Bobby Duncan. December 18th, 1969, Sports Arena in Amarillo, Texas. Rufus R. Jones defeated Gorgeous George Jr. in 11 minutes and 31 seconds. December 23rd, 1969, Ector County Coliseum in Odessa, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Wahoo McDaniel. December 29th, 1969, County Coliseum in El Paso, Texas. Gory Guerrero, Jerry Kozak, and Chief Little Eagle defeated Dick Murdoch, Gorgeous George Jr., and Paul LeDuc. Amarillo's 1970 Parade of Champions in the Sports Arena in Amarillo, Texas. January 1st, 1970, Terry Funk and Ricky Romero defeated Dusty Rhodes and Gorgeous George Jr. in 11 minutes and 38 seconds to retain the NWA Western States Tag Team titles. January 9th, 1970, Taylor County Coliseum in Abilene, Texas. Dory Funk, Ricky Romero, and the Lawman defeated Gorgeous George Jr., Dick Murdoch, and Dusty Rhodes. January 11th, 1970, Civic Auditorium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Gorgeous George Jr. versus Harley Race. January 19th, 1970, County Coliseum in El Paso, Texas. Bull Ramos defeated Gorgeous George Jr. January 24th, 1970, Sports Arena in Littlefield, Texas. Harley Race and Bobby Duncan versus Roberto Soto and Gorgeous George Jr. January 26, 1970, County Coliseum in El Paso, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Billy Spears. February 8, 1970, Civic Auditorium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Gorgeous George Jr. went against Mr. Wrestling, and this Mr. Wrestling would be Gordon George Nelson. Gordon Nelson. February 10th, 1970, Ector County Coliseum, Odessa, Texas. Rufus R. Jones and Gorgeous George Jr. defeated Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch. February 15th, 1970, Civic Auditorium, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes versus Gorgeous George Jr. and Rufus R. Jones. February 23rd, 1970, County Coliseum, El Paso, Texas. Gorgeous George Jr. defeated the Destroyer. This Destroyer would be Doug Gilbert, or his real name was Douglas Allen Lindsay, by disqualification. March 1st, 1970, Civic Auditorium, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Chief Little Eagle went against Gorgeous George Jr. And April 26, 1970, Civic Auditorium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Gorgeous George Jr. went against Greg Peterson, which became a big star in the Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling area. And then on March 5th, 1970, National Guard Army in Roswell, New Mexico. Gorgeous George Jr. and Salvador Dominguez went against Q2 and Pat Song. And that is part 3 of Gorgeous George Jr. We will look at more about his career in upcoming videos. If you've enjoyed this video, give us the big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, like and share. And we'll see you on the next video.